We are all set to go then tonight at Tallaght Stadium. It's Dundalk's 54th match in European football. If they win, it will be by far their most important. Let's enjoy the first half of the Lily Whites against BATE Borisov with our match commentators Owen Heary and Des Curran.
Thank you, Conor. Good evening. No two games the same, said the Dundalk boss Stephen Kenny this week, and that's the hope here tonight. BATE bossed that first leg at the Borisov Arena, 74% possession, but only one goal to show for that due to a combination of errant finishing and resolute Dundalk defending. Tonight it's Tallaght Stadium and a much better Dundalk performance expected. Great to see a very healthy crowd in as well. Big numbers have made their way down the M1, but also colours of other Electricity League clubs in evidence as well. Conditions absolutely ideal, the pitch looking immaculate, and a shot of the crowd that's made its way here this evening. Huge night for Dundalk Football Club, huge night for the Electricity League. Can they take a step towards the group stages here? Well, Stephen Kenny makes two changes from the first leg a week ago. Chris Shields and John Mountney in for Patrick McMillan and Robbie Benson. Those are the two changes that were made at half-time in the first leg. Ronan Finn had been struggling with a groin injury, Stephen O'Donnell with a knee injury. Both finally did train yesterday and are fit to start. As for BATE, well, they're unchanged from a week ago. That means Alexander Gleb and the first leg match winner Mikhail Gordiachuk are again on the bench. Those two, plus Polikov and Stasovic, all started for Belarus in their win against the Republic of Ireland at Turner's Cross back at the end of May. These are the options available to both managers on the bench, and we spoke earlier about the selection for Dundalk tonight, Owen. Lots of attacking players available to Stephen Kenny in reserve tonight.
Yeah, I think it's important that he has those options on the bench. He said if you keep it tight last 20 minutes, you need players to come on who can make a difference, and he certainly has that in numbers on the bench.
Well, the captains, the centre forward Vitaly Rodionov for BATE Borisov, Stephen O'Donnell, such a huge influence. We heard Brian Gartland talking about him earlier, what he does for this team, the influence he has on it. Stephen O'Donnell has been there in the group stages of a European competition with Shamrock Rovers, and he's not the only one in this Dundalk side either. The referee comes from Denmark, Jakob Kellet. And for Stephen Kenny, I spoke to him earlier today, he said he's excited about this. It's a potentially huge night in store for his side. For BATE Borisov and Alexander Yarmakovic, all the pressure you would have to suggest on the visitors here. BATE have been in the group stages of the Champions League in 5 of the last 8 seasons. They are expected to go through over 2 legs. Something you noticed, we should mention ahead of kick-off, the very big difference that you saw in the warm-ups of the two sides, huh?
Yeah, looking at both teams when they come out with a warm-up, you know, BATE come out late. They strolled through the warm-up, in my opinion. They were real laid-back, calm. You look at Dundalk's warm-up, they come out and it was really intense. You know, and you're looking at Dundalk and they seem so focused for this game. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams start off in the first 10-15 minutes. You know, I think Dundalk will have a right go with them. You know, they could be there for the taking.
And some high-profile supporters in tonight as well. John Delaney, Martin O'Neill, amongst the large and healthy crowd here at Tallaght Stadium this evening. Early stage, as it goes without saying, will be very important here. Can Dundalk establish a foothold, something they didn't manage to do a week ago? Will BATE come out and look for that away goal to put them in a very strong position? Final checks from our match official. Dundalk have had a free week to prepare for this. BATE were in league action on Friday night. Manager made 7 changes for that game. Has made 7 again this evening as he returns to the first leg starting 11. And Dundalk get us underway, attacking the goal away to our left-hand side in this first half. Early ball from Dane Massey, finds Ronan Finn on the move. Lovely turn away from Jabnierczyk, looks inside towards McMillan. It's away by the centre-half Polyakov, Chris Shields. He was at Dundalk in 2012 when they played a promotion-relegation playoff against Waterford. How far this club have come since. Throwing far side for the Estonian international Artur Pick. Stasovic showing for it short, goes instead for the captain Rodionov. Taken away from him and he's committed a foul. An early opportunity now for Paddy Barrett perhaps to head forward. And Andy Boyle as well. Stephen O'Donnell, something different in mind though. Rolled across to Boyle and now Massey. Rodionov closing. Brian Gartland telling us last week that the second leg against BATE Oriel last year, BATE were clever. They cut off the simple passes Dundalk had through the back and into midfield.
Yeah, you can see Dundalk, they're trying to get through the middle of them, but BATE, they're tight, you know, their midfield is closed in, the wide ring on this side is tucked right across, and he tried to condense the whole play. But in fairness, it's a good start by Dundalk so far, you know, they started on the front foot.
Massey. Back with Boyle again. On an occasion like this, everyone will want those early steadying touches, including Gary Rogers. One of several players in this Dundalk starting 11 with quite a bit of European experience. It's a lovely turn around the corner from Rios, who's on it again. Rolled inside, touched on by Karnitsky in the effort, flashed over. Rodionov, the first sight of goal comes the way of BATE.
And that's what we're talking about, where they can counter-attack so quickly. I mean, 3-4 passes and they're in the box getting a shot. You know, it's important Dundalk don't commit too many forward. Even though they start the game well, it's just important that they keep that shape.
Rodionov, who is the all-time leading scorer in European club football for Belarusian players. Boyle clips it inside towards O'Donnell. He's going to have to go some to get there. He's got there ahead of Ivanic, who's down behind play, and now Dundalk will look to press on here with Mountain.
Stevie O'Donnell done very well there. You know, he had to win that ball, and he made sure he got to it.
Terrific surface for knocking this ball around, and it's at the feet of Horgan now. Away from Rios. Need Horgan to have a big game tonight. Big threat for Dundalk all season. Now I'm talking to you for Chris Shields.
Yeah, I think he's just complaining about the challenge. I think both players are committed for it. I don't think there was much in it, to be honest with you. Stevie went committed in. And
it wasn't the greatest of challenges from Kendish, was it? 2 feet, still showing, and another referee might have seen that differently. Think back to last week and Shabnierczyk, who got the yellow card for an elbow on Stephen O'Donnell. Could easily have been a red. Dundalk didn't make much of it then, and they haven't made much of this one tonight either. Sean Gannon to drill it into the feed. It's laid off by McMillan, who wants it back again from Mountney.
better play there, you know, getting it into McMillan's feet. You know, it's not putting her up around his neck or up over his head. You know, it's straight into his feet, so he's able to control the ball.
Dundalk have settled well here to their temporary home for the night. The stadium does have fond recent memories for Dundalk. They won the league title here last season. Also won here against Shamrock Rovers earlier this season. Again, Dundalk wanting to restart play pretty quickly. O'Donnell sitting it. Boyle having a look. There's lots of blue shirts blocking that ball forward again, but he's found the feet of McMillan. It's Horgan now to clip it across to Paddy Barrett. Gannon demands it.
It's better play from Dundalk, though. You know, they're being patient, they're keeping the ball.
Nicked away by Shabnierczyk.
As soon as I say it.
English upended by Finn. BATE have arrived on a 9-game unbeaten run. 7 wins and 2 draws, 25 games played in all competitions this season. They've lost just 3. 2 league games away from home and a home cup tie in a penalty shootout. Stephen Kenny saying today up 1-0. A result that would take them to extra time and penalties, and I think if you offered him 1-0 now, after 90 minutes he'd happily take it. Rogers goes long towards McMillan. Finn flicks it on, will have to chase himself. Ferenko, need to deal with that. Here's Rios. Boyle out from the middle, can't prevent the cross. Calm touch from Barrett. And here comes O'Donnell. Just let him get away from him, but it did draw Ivanic in.
Yeah, Massey was lucky there as well. He got committed inside, left a lot of space down the outside of him. You know, their balls that the centre half should be challenging for and not getting himself caught in those positions.
6 minutes in, and this man very much in the thick of it, the Dundalk captain. Boyle. Time and winners from Dubra. Rodionov looks to pressurise Barrett, who calmly heads it across here to Massey. Outside of the left boot, it's towards McMillan again. On the chest towards O'Donnell, who went in late, and the advantage is allowed here as Karnitsky was upended. Stazovic went to wayward. Breaking down the numbers, not much separating these two sides. Dundalk have scored 51 goals, all competitions, BATE 52. Interestingly, again tonight, they leave their leading scorer, Mikhail Gordiachuk, on the bench.
He's not a bad player to bring on, though, is he? I mean, he came on last week, I think his first, second touch and scores a goal.
Dundalk start again with Andy Boyle. Massey wraps that left foot around it, Dubra across. Touched it well. Horgan. It's Finn now. Shields trying to squeeze it through a gap that wasn't really there. And Ivanic can bring it forward. Stazovic on his left. Shields will have to go to get there. Checks the momentum of Stazovic, but he's still on it. Rolls it on, no offside flag here. The pullback for Rodionov. Great last-ditch challenge that. Andy Boyle got there in the nick of time.
Fantastic tackle, you know, and it needed to be made. Good movement again by BATE down the sides. Good pull back, good connection, but fantastic block there. Andy Boyle with a tremendous block.
There will be moments like that tonight. Don't have to hope that they can keep BATE at bay.
Yeah, it just came from a sloppy pass from Shields in the midfield.
Forward by Massey, free header for Dubra. Inside by Javnerchik, Kendish. Touch on a loose piece of control by Rios. Went to right back in the second half last week when Javnerchik went off and Alexander Kleb came on. Just a winger with that defensive responsibility. Look at Darrell Horgan's position and influence in this Dundalk side. Essentially two men to keep an eye on it. This is those two together. Javnerchik. Horgan. Pushed inside, maintained possession well. Shields on to Gannon. Stazovic, and Ivanic is on it now. Takes it back from Pick. Stazovic always likes to cut in off that far side. And right-footed all the way across to Javnerchik. Dubra. Back with the goalkeeper. See a big part of Dundalk's game week on week. In domestic action known as Massey getting forward, Gannon getting forward.
Yeah, I think when you come to European games, it's totally different. You know, you have a bit of the ball, they let you have the ball, and then when they close in numbers. And it's totally different when you play at home, where Dundalk would probably control most of the game. You know, have both fullbacks pushing forward and getting crossed in the box, but it doesn't happen like that in European games.
And throw in beyond Massey, Rios to whip it in, Stazovic on the edge. It's rather fizzed at him, couldn't get it under control immediately. Dubra wins the header, but Finn now through two challenges has left Kendish and Javnerchik behind, and room on the right hand side now for Mountain. Numbers getting forward in support, facing Pick. Gets his cross in, decent ball as well up in the air from Polikov. And unusual clearance to follow that from Karnitsky, but better from Dundalk, and all stemming from a Good piece of play from Ronan Finn.
Yeah, Finn gets past 2 tackles and a great ball out wide to Mountney. You know, Mountney puts a good ball into the box. He had numbers in there. Fortunately, centre half does the job and clears it.
Massey trusting the control of Finn under pressure. Paddy Barrett. The big switch all the way out to Massey here. Shabnierczyk down to Rios. Round the corner by Karnitsky.
Interesting watching there. As soon as that ball goes in, he looks to play around the corner. Centre forward is on his move straight away. He knows exactly what he's looking to play.
Very experienced Rodionov. He can see these coming before they even happen. That's given away to one of the danger men, Stasovic, as well. Asking a lot of pick here though. Tied up by Mountney. Launched away by Rogers. Polyakov wants to keep it in play. Shields. Dubra. Stephen Kenny has been talking about the Hajduk split first leg of a couple of years ago. Dundalk came out attacking from the first whistle and were caught after 9 minutes, conceding in a goal. Ultimately meant that a second leg rescue act wasn't possible. So maybe an understandable element of caution to a certain extent here from Dundalk. Here's Gannon. His favourite right foot forward towards McMillan, but all of those little knockdowns under pressure have to be so exact here.
Yeah, he really has to try keep it more than knock him down. You know, needs to get a hold of it, big and strong. Try draw the free kick, foul from it. But you know, Dundalk are playing themselves putting themselves under a bit of pressure with their passes at times. So just need to be a little bit more composed.
I've seen Darrell Horgan tuck quite infield quite a bit as well. Polyakov. Over the head of Stasovic, Rodionov his target. Stasovic again. Pings it with his right foot, Rios. Away by Boyle.
You see the difference with the centre forward there, hold play up, bring other players into it, and then it's a big switch out wide.
Shabnierczyk. Didn't fancy sticking it in there with his left foot. Not a game they have to win, of course. They have a pretty poor away European record. They haven't won an away European game in only 16 attempts it is now. It's not a game that they have to win tonight. Stasovic again. And the referee deemed it took a nick off a Dundalk player.
And I must have, because not many of the Dundalk players complained about it.
Dubra, Polyakov and the big defensive midfielder Kendish all in the penalty area. Karnitsky towards the near post. It's whipped in by Stasovic and it's Kendish. And he's disappointed as he heads back out. Looked a good chance.
Might have hit the back of him rather than connect with his head. No, he got a good connection with it.
A couple of goals this season for Yuri Kendish, including one in the first leg against SJK in the last round. In a more accustomed area. Picked on by Stasovic, only as far as O'Donnell. Barrett. Finn played it blind and straight to Rios. Two to his left-hand side, goes for goal himself. And the reactions of Gary Rogers would suggest that was very, very close.
Didn't look far away, but again, you know, Ronan Finn playing the team into trouble. It's a great strike, good effort. Wasn't too far wide.
He had Stazovic and Rodionov to his left, but took it on himself. Good strike as well from Alexi Rios.
Dundalk can't keep giving the ball away and giving them opportunities like that. You know, they will punish it at some stage if you keep giving her away.
Interesting tactic from the kickoff as the kick out as Chris Shields goes over to that far side to challenge against Pick. Just looked at these European games of which you played in plenty on, of just these little things that you can pick out from a first leg to a second that might just make the difference.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, Stephen been watching the video over the last while, you know, trying to make it where their weak link is or where they can get at them. But again, he has to tidy up on his own defensive side of it, you know, from last week, and there was plenty of that, as we've seen. But you know, they've started all right. Just need to keep their passing a little bit simple, and an opportunity will come along for them.
Morgan to Boyle. McMillan straight to Kendish. Polyakov. There's Dubra now. And Kendish, the one who completes that triangle, just sits there. And now they look for Stazovic. Gannon is quick, and he had to be. Looked like a nudge in the back there from Stazovic on Gannon, but the referee has given the corner.
Yeah, I think it was a nudge. You know, Gannon possibly should have come down to get the free kick. Probably being honest there by staying up. Yeah, it's definitely a push. You know, he's being honest, staying on his feet.
Let's keep an eye on Kendish again. He's just on the edge of the area at the moment. Will he go near post again? 5 in the area to aim for. It's Dubra, it's over his head. Good touch from O'Donnell and Rios. Looking for the spectacular finish, couldn't quite find it.
Looking to be targeting that front post area. It's twice now, 2 corners have gone into the near post.
18 minutes gone at Tallaght Stadium. Dundalk 0, BATE Borisov 0, and still that Godiatric goal from the first leg separating the sides here. Rios coming in field. Here comes Barrett. Leg left in, the referee does give this one.
There's the difference. Paddy, using his experience, jumped in the air and made it look like it was a free kick.
But you say you've got to play the game, you've got to play the referee, you've got to
just figure things out. Case. Maybe a little bit helps. You don't need to be constantly in his ear. Try to referee the game for him at times.
I think you know domestically with your referees there how far you can go with certain things, and often in these situations, the new referee you haven't had before. 15 minutes, you're figuring out exactly how far he will go in certain situations. Here comes Sean Gannon, who has got forward here. Support there from Mountain, a good challenge by Picked Up. Punch forward by Ivanic. Here's Stazovic. Only ruddy enough to hit. Picked up by Rogers, and now Boyle.
Just on the referees, you say before the game, you have a little chat with him, talk to him, try to get on his good side, ask him if he's enjoying Ireland.
Tactic you've obviously employed before.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Any success?
Lots of it. I didn't throw many elbows, as Damien would refer to.
As well, and just in the overall context for Irish football, how big a week this is. Still a lot of talk about that Shelbourne side that you were in, and the run and the games against Deportivo. We had Drogheda had a great run, the width of a post away from knocking out Dynamo Kiev in Champions League qualifying, but we'd all like to see new stories being written as well.
Without a doubt, you know, back that was over 10 years ago, you know, when we were talking about it then, that hopefully a team will make that breakthrough. You know, and this year Dundalk had that chance, and as you rightly say, like, everyone gets behind anyone that's played League of Ireland or anyone that's been involved around Irish football. You know, we'd be hoping Dundalk can win this game and, as I say, start a new chapter in Irish football.
That great documentary as well, once in a lifetime, documenting Dundalk's run in the European Cup of 79 and 80 when they came through 2 rounds, beating Linfield and Hibernians of Malta before those 2 legs against Celtic. Some supporters in the crowd will remember those games, others won't. It's the current crop who they hope can make their own history here this season. Don't see many foul throws being given anymore, and I think Pick's gotten away with one there. Stazovic, touch from Ivanic is a good one. And now Rios in a race with Boyle. For the back heel for Karnitsky, there might be some room here for Horgan. He's the situation Dundalk would have been hoping to find. Saw that chance for Robbie Benson in the first leg that stemmed from great work from Horgan, and Horgan's through the middle here. Jinx on the inside, but Kendish is there, and that's his role.
That was better, you know, Darrell committing players going at them. Probably need a little bit of support.
Horgan unable to hold it on the edge of the area. Shevnirchik, and away by Kendish.
Just looking how good Kendish is, he takes up some great positions, you know, protecting the back four at times. You know, coming into areas, even on goal kicks, we're looking at Gary Rogers hitting Shields, he's over in that area trying to pick up second ball again.
And he's one of those in the side who isn't a senior international. When you consider managers tend to like that type of player in that area these days, maybe that's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, definitely, you know, he said the positions that he's taken up and he's controlling the game at times as well for them. I'm surprised he's not an international.
Lifted forward by Massey. Finn is the runner. Finn just has a little exasperated look around there to see who is coming on in support. Karnitsky. That ball in behind Boyle for Rodionov. Midway point of the first half. Play from Morgan, Shields across to Barrett. Work forward to Mountney. Pressure is there from Pick, inside to O'Donnell. Looks to open it out, Rios looking to get on that again. Kendish. Stazovic escapes under the studs of Rodionov this time, but a couple of occasions now we've seen Rios just hang around in that more inside area to pick up any wayward passes from a Dundalk point of view. Huge clearance from Verenko, one of four goalkeepers who featured for a penalty. Now why didn't McMillan chase that one down, you wonder? It was a back header.
Yeah, McMillan should have took a chance there. I'd expect him to head it back. He's in a great position. You know, he's not getting back on side, so just take the gamble.
Super win in the air from Andy Boyle there, but it's back with Ivanic, who's playing quite deep so far. He's through the challenge of O'Donnell and he's beyond Mountney. Karnitsky. That's a poor layoff. And gives Gannon his chance here against Stazovic. Stazovic again, very good on the ball. The ball for Pick again. Mountney the defender. And that's out of play.
Lucky enough there. No, he's twisting and throwing Mountney inside out. Definitely out anyway. I think most of the problems though that BATE causing is coming from Dundalk themselves, you know, with their bad passing in the midfield or not position passing. So the only chance that BATE have is that they haven't really opened them up otherwise.
Rios. Kendish available again. He's across to Artur Pick. Estonian international forward to Stazovic. A loose one from him is a rarity. Dupra. Allowed to advance here. Pass intercepted by Shields. And here's O'Donnell. McMillan through the middle, but O'Donnell saw three blue shirts around him, so decides to maintain possession. Scanning back with Barrett, Boyle available. Morgan's come in field again, that allows Massey some room on this near side. Pressed back by Javnerchik. Boyle again, McMillan the target, half volleyed away by Dubra.
Yeah, once Hogan comes in off the line, goes in midfield, the winger, the opposite winger, 17, goes in with him, you know, and allows Massey then to go into his full-back, and it's the way European football is played, you know, the way we want our players to play as well, is to tuck inside, to stop balls being played through the middle.
Paddy Barrett. Just to drop one in behind Polyakov. It's field position for Dundalk. Can they keep BATE penned in here? The crowd certainly doing their bit here. Rios being tidied up by Boyle. Rogers. Comes in the centre circle, Kendish tangling with Shields. Declined by Finn. Barrett. Tidied up by Boyle. A little bit of uncertainty there with Rodionov in an offside position, but then deciding to get involved. There's always that fear that, well, is the flag going to go up or is it not?
So he could take a chance. Paddy Barrett goes ahead to back, and we like the McMillan one we were talking about. You know, he's in an offside position, but good position coming out if defenders have it.
Andy Boyle. Rogers free header here for Polyakov. Down the chest neatly by O'Donnell. Boyle again. Morgan. Field once more, inviting Massey forward. That's for Finn. See the idea, overcooked the pass though.
Yeah, a little bit better. Good passing. You know, Massey getting higher up the pitch as well. Fortunately, it's the wrong ball he played.
Kendish happy to receive, even with Finn 2-3 yards away from him.
Yeah, and if you see where the ball is played on his good side, so Finn doesn't really have a chance of getting to it.
As you said, it's these little things. Whipped in field, a layoff from Karnitsky has given that Javnerchik some work to do here. He won't beat it. To this near touchline, and Massey wants to get on with it. As we head towards the half-hour mark, we understand there's a change on the way for Dundalk. Ronan Finn on the ball here. He was struggling with a groin injury, will be making way, and Patrick McElhenney will be coming on. That's the word from the touchline. Ronan Finn has started up all bar one game in all competitions for Stephen Kenny this season. One of the first names on the team sheet.
It's not a bad substitute to bring on either.
Patrick McElhenney as well, to playing that number 10 role as well, rather than playing one of the wide areas. I'm sure he'll be looking forward to that.
Exactly, and it's important you try to get him on the ball. In a game like this, you know, McElhenney can go off either left foot or right foot. Quite talented player.
Pick looking to go down the line, nudged by Karnitsky, goes unpunished.
He's probably, you know, McElhenney's probably the best player in our league at playing that position, to be honest with you.
I've seen these things happen in games before where it's something unfortunate, an enforced substitution that can just bring about a change in momentum or a change in fortune, and Dundalk will be hoping that's the case. They can get McElhenney on it in the right areas. Superbly talented young player. This one coughed up cheaply by Massey. Javnerchik. Karnitsky. Andy Boyle strong in the challenge. and wins the throw-in. That's desperately disappointing for Ronan Finn. One of the biggest nights of his career, and he has to succumb to injury just 31 minutes in.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling. You can see him, he's holding them when he's walking off. It's definitely a loss, but as I said, McMillan coming on, you know, he's a game changer. He's one player you need to get on the ball with McMillan, and he can go left and he can go right. There's a great strike on him from distance as well, albeit at full, so it's important now that Dundalk get him on the ball as much as possible.
Stephen Kenny signed Patrick McElhenney for Derry, bringing him home from Sunderland. That outstanding season. I think he was only 17 at the time in the first division for Derry. Half a dozen goals. One of the most talented and technical players in this league, and he's on it straight away. He's a lovely ball out to Mountney, who takes it in his stride, and he's beyond pick. John Mountney in, has a look, where's the support, goes for goal himself. McMillan and McElhenney were looking for the fullback, but straight away the influence of Patrick McElhenney there to be seen.
Yeah, it was talking about how good he is on the ball. When you see that pass out, 30-40 yard pass, gets Dundalk in the attack again. Now when he should have pulled this ball back.
I wonder if he was just thinking Verenko might take a step out, anticipating a pullback then. Trying to beat him at his near post. It will be a corner. And Darrell Horgan to take it. Barrett and Boyle forward in a cluster with McMillan on the penalty spot. Here's Horgan's delivery. Bodies go to ground as Barrett got closest for Dundalk. And then O'Donnell seemed to have climbed over Rodionov.
I don't know, that was a free now, to be honest. I thought Stevie just got up early and got up well.
Rodionov, the most experienced out there. I think he knew what situation he was in there. Having just lost Ronan Finn, now some treatment needed for Stephen O'Donnell, who was the other player struggling since the first leg. It was a knee injury. This is looks like he's landed awkwardly on his elbow.
Yeah, I think it's just the way he landed, I should say.
We saw what happened to Brian Gartland with that injury in the last round, but let's have a look at this chance again for Mountney.
Great ball out, you know, Mountney takes it by him. Definitely has to pull that back to McMillan there on the edge of the box. Now he has a look as well, so he sees him coming in.
I think back to the goal McMillan scored away from home in the last round, the pullback from Darrell Horgan. Pretty similar position that.
Exactly. You know, when you get into those positions, it's very rarely you're going to score the near stick, so it has to be best just to pull it back for him.
I think it would take the proverbial wild horses to keep Stephen O'Donnell off this pitch here. But just that chance, that little spark, it's got the crowd going as well.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, you need something to get the crowd going at times. But, you know, you don't have to win the game in the first 20 minutes. We said at the start, just stay in the game. They've done that at the moment. They got a chance. They will get more chances.
Off goes Pick. Good interception by Mountney. Still feeling it, Stephen O'Donnell. Rodionov tied to the end line, down towards Stazovic. Important touch away from Sean Gannon. Kendish goes in, Gannon there again.
Just looking at Stevie O'Donnell there, he's back in the pitch, he's barking out orders. You know, telling players to push up. That's what he's there for.
Dubra. Polyakov. Rios. Shavnerchik's gone ahead of him this time, in towards Rodionov. Touch around the corner, chases it himself, swept away by Massey. Polyakov just about judged that one correctly. Had he not, then McMillan might have had something on him behind him. Here's Chris Shields. Almost for Mountney, intercepted by Pick. And this is where BATE can be dangerous. Kendish elegantly rolls it across to Shavnerchik. finish again. Stazovic. You can see the experience in this BATE side. They know they've just had a scare at one end. They just keep the ball for a little while now.
Yeah, they keep passing, keep moving Dundalk, you know, back and forward across the pitch, looking for an opportunity, looking for the pass.
Good run here by Ivanic. He's run off Chris Shields. Rodionov in the penalty area, Karnitsky and Rios as well. Poor cross though, easily dealt with by Barrett. Good right foot, Paddy Barrett looks to pick up McElhenney there, just a little bit too much on it. One back by Karnitsky, and O'Donnell's taken a blow to the head, so referee will have to stop it.
He was in the wars last week, he's in the wars again. I think it was a clash of heads more than anything that time.
And just a glancing blow, and when you're not expecting that. Given his recent history, if any man deserves to get through a game or two unscathed, it's Stephen O'Donnell these days, isn't it?
No, without a doubt. You know, I've said it before that he's probably one of the best midfielders in the country. You know, and for Dundalk, they lost without him. You know, he's a leader on the park. He talks a lot. I mean, he gets everyone doing something.
Just saw a shot of McElhenney there. What about his role now here?
Yeah, as I said, it's important that we try to get him on the ball. You've seen his first touch comes on, makes a tremendous pass. But defensive side of it, he still has to do his job. You know, he still has to drop in and beat that Shield as well in front of Stevie and in front of Chris Shields.
Taking his time, and the crowd reminding the referee of that. No John Paddy Barrett, and O'Donnell gets it down and gets it moving again. Massey, lovely left foot, that's towards McMillan, who ducks underneath and chases now. Dubra just eased him off balance. Polyakov to come across and clear. Standing between the two centre halves there.
Good composure as well. You know, he didn't just kick it out, he tried to get it down and play.
Lovely ball from Barrett initially, and then Mountney, you could see he just wanted Gannon on the move there. Six and a half minutes plus stoppage time or thereabouts remaining in this first half. It's been tight. Chance or two for each side, but no addition to the first leg scoreline just yet. Gannon towards McElhenney, strong in possession. A little trick, he drew three BATE players to him there. And possession found O'Donnell in space. Massey now. Morgan, after a bright start, hasn't seen too much of it in the last 10 minutes or so. Here's Barrett, who's got a good passing range, and when I say that, he's not run out of play.
Commentator's course.
Pick, Rodionov backing in, getting no change out of Barrett though. Here's O'Donnell. That's the Dundalk captain for handball, and Stazovic will happily slow it down here. Polyakov. Barrett. Just gone beyond him, Rodionov not expecting it. Out of nothing really, BATE have themselves a corner here.
Yeah, it's a needless corner, especially the fact that he was in control of the situation. I think he just took his eye off the ball there for a second.
The pressure was there from Rodionov, and that yields this corner. Stazovic will take again. Finish into the penalty area. Dubra, Polyakov, Karnitsky, all good in the air. Rodionov places himself in and around Gary Rogers. In swinger, dangerous delivery as well. Great header from Gannon. Here's Rios. Might fancy another effort here, and he does. Half away by Shields. O'Donnell needed to get more on that. Ivanic sets up Rios to cross here, drills it in low. And Shields well positioned again. After a couple of worrying moments for Stephen Kenny's side, there might be another one here. Karnitsky, and the calmest head in all of Tallaght Stadium there was that of Dane Massett.
Good defender by Dane. Chris Shields really needs to clear that ball, take the pressure off his whole team that time. You know, again, doesn't look, looks to play out, gets caught out, another ball into the box, but thankfully Dundalk got away with it.
Apart from that one header from Kendish in the early minutes from the corner, Dundalk have defended the set pieces pretty well. BATE, big physical, strong side, plenty of options at set pieces.
Yeah, and you're right, you saw, I think Dundalk are a big physical team as well, so you know, they've matched them, as you said. Hopefully now Dundalk can get a set piece themselves and cause a bit of trouble up the far end.
23 efforts, one goal in the first leg. BATE, some good saves from this man Gary Rogers. We saw Dubra smash a header off the crossbar laid on. We saw Paddy Barrett knock one onto his own crossbar in the early stages. Robbie Benson had the best chance for Dundalk. Benson, I'm sure, will be hoping to see some action tonight. Well in by Shields. Kendish again always seems to have time. Long striding, gets himself out of trouble, out of a tricky situation. Maybe his left foot not his strongest attribute. Lovely turn from McMillan. Here's Mountney. McMillan comes inside. Looking to take it in his stride. Ivanich gets back there.
I think McMillan should have just stayed out wide, try to create a 2v1 overlap on the outside.
Big minutes now as we head towards half-time. 0-0 would not be a bad situation at all for Dundalk heading in. Lots of offensive attacking options on the bench for Stephen Kenny tonight. One of them already on the pitch, Patrick McElhenney. His ball to Horgan. Trying to wriggle his way through, held up by Javnierczyk, gets his crossing, and McMillan's header, and it's in! David McMillan strikes again, and what a time for Dundalk to score! It's all tied up now. Superb cross, outstanding header. Dundalk 1, BATE Borisov 0.
Great play by Darragh Horgan again, taking players on. Fantastic ball into the box, and there's that man McMillan. Great header. You know, exactly what we wanted, coming up to half time. A little bit of trickery. He stands the ball up, gives something for McMillan to head toward, or to challenge for at least. Just stands it up to the back stick. McMillan does the rest. Fantastic goal. And you can hear the crowd now really getting behind the team here.
Well, that is inch perfect. The cross and the header glanced in off the post. And David McMillan, who really toiled in the away leg, hardly saw the ball. He's been working hard again tonight. He just wanted that moment. That moment has arrived, and he's taken his chance. Well, there's never a bad time to score, but on the cusp of half-time is such a good one.
Yeah, perfect kind of score, as I said, just before half-time. You know, and then you go in and they settle down and they come again.
Flick on towards Rodionov. These always the minutes, as managers, players and coaches will tell you, where you just have to be aware defensively, having scored. Throwing down the line for Karnitsky, and O'Donnell will shepherd that one out over the end line. Into stoppage time we go, which there will be at least 2 minutes at the end of this first half. Half that started well and has finished really, really well for that man's side. David McMillan's 16th goal of the season, his 4th in these Champions League qualifying rounds. The man for the big occasion, he's proving.
Yeah, he's done exceptionally well. And he's having a great season, he said, and then to pop up with a fantastic goal there, you know, just needed something to get his head on. Darragh Horgan stands up to the back stick and great header.
When you look back over the last couple of seasons, it was Patrick Hoban one year, it was Richie Towell last year.
Yeah, there's always someone stepping up to the big occasions. McMillan this year, as you said, You know, and he's on a roll. He's scoring goals, and people question at the start of the year where they're going to get the goals from, and he's answered that.
And how he's got to be feeling on this run, going into games. It all started with that hat-trick up in Derry. He found another one in the next league game against Longford, and then the goals in this run to the third qualifying round. He's got to feel, if the chances come, that he'll score every game he goes out in. He's had one chance tonight and he's taken it.
I think that's that striker's thing, is it, you know, when they're scoring goals, they know they get an opportunity, you know, and the confidence is high. They're always putting them away.
Well, this is the perfect situation for Dundalk here. As we have a look at the referee, final seconds of this first half. They've tied it up on aggregate. They've got a great support behind them here in Tallaght. And now maybe the chance to go in, settle down, talk over what's gone right, what's gone wrong, what they can improve on, but to do it on level terms in the time.
Yeah, and I think that's important. As you said, they're going in half-time. It's a good time to score, but it's also a good time to get them in, keep them calm. You know, they still have to score again. We know that. You know, so it's a good start.
And what a roar for the 5, maybe 6,000 that have made their way here to Tallaght Stadium tonight. It was looking tight and cagey. And then the big moment coming in the 44th minute. David McMillan with a brilliantly placed header from the Darrell Horgan cross to make it 1-0 on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. And as the teams head to the dressing room, it's a scoreline that's looking quite good for Stephen Kenny's side right now. Still all to be decided. Half-time, Dundalk 1, BATE Borisov 0. Analysis from Damien Lynch and Brian Cartland to come after the break.
Yep.
Connor, can you see the screen there?
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, straight to the goal. Straight to the goal, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of live sport coming your way on Air Sport in the coming days. Don't forget, tomorrow from 7:15 at Old Trafford, it's the Wayne Rooney testimonial match as Manchester United take on Everton on BT Sport HD. Live from Thursday at 7:15, we're down at Turner's Cross in Cork. It's a massive night for the Leesiders in the Europa League as they take on Genk, trailing by a 0-0. That's on Air Sport 1. And a reminder that you can see the FA Community Shield this coming Sunday, the curtain raiser for the season, effectively from 3:15 as Leicester City take on Manchester United. But right here, right now, tonight at Tallaght Stadium in Dublin, just look at that scoreline. Dundalk lead the Belarusian champions BATE Borisov by a 0-0, which means the tie is delicately poised at 1 apiece on aggregate. It was a game that meandered, ebbed and flowed really for the opening 43 minutes of the game, and then the roof was almost lifted off the place. The gantry is still in one piece, thankfully. Brian Garland, you were very pleased with that David McMillan goal 2 minutes from half time.
Yeah, it's outstanding. What a finish, and the build up to it. Patrick McMillan, since he came on, I think the first time he came on, touch within the first 2 seconds, 60-yard crossfield ball, picks it up there, gives it out wide. Now we're critical because we're thinking he's in the way here, needs to make a run and take someone out, but what a cross from standing still, and for a defender it's hard to defend, but David McMillan going backwards to get your head on that and guide it in. Absolutely outstanding. You
can't underemphasise just how hard it is for what Horgan has done there. Standing start. He moves the ball here, just 2 defenders, and from there you think there's nothing on, but just able to pick it out from there, and then McMillan just pulls off Polnoff, and it's a great header. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows he has the defender beaten, and he just lets it hit off his head, and it's a phenomenal finish. A man in form.
Exactly.
We always said if he gets chances in the box, the form he's in, he will score.
And we'd seen him during that half trying to run the channels, pick up ball. That was really the first time we saw any kind of delivery over the 2 games so far into the box. What a header. This place went absolutely ballistic, and now it changes the whole complexion of the tie. But in terms of how they started the game, Brian, it wasn't the perfect half. Once or twice they gave it away, but the intensity in the opening 5-10 minutes was there.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect half overall, but I don't think it was ever going to be. The first 10 minutes we were higher up the park. We kept the ball, we played in passages. After the 10 minutes then, Damon's doing the motions here, we got ourselves about, we put in challenges where it needs to be. We were playing higher up the park. Davies setting off, obviously just a misunderstanding there. But maybe after that there was a shift in play after the 10 minutes, and BATE get a foot on the ball, but they're always going to have passages of play. They're always going to control the game for a few minutes or for passages and so on. But
there was 2 starts where they got about the ball, they got about them. You see Steve O'Donnell put a tackle in there, but then you see Gannon getting the ball, playing a really sensible ball up there. You see John and Finn getting on the ball here, spraying it wide.
And the composure shown on the ball, each trying to head up, look at passes, little ones, and be patient as well. We weren't just trying to go forward with it quickly. Gannon played 3 lovely balls up to David McMillan as well in the first 20 minutes, I think. So,
you know, at 1-0, Stephen Kenny, to bit your hand off at half-time for that. Funnily enough, it could have been 2-0. Ronan Finn goes off and you're thinking, okay, he's a big player. We know what McElhenney can do. And the first thing he did, as Brian said, was release Moyney for a great opportunity.
Yeah, everyone raves about McElhenney, but he gets on the ball here, statement of intent here, just sprays it 50 yards out wide. Brilliant play, and he's making a statement there, but Mowney does brilliant. And just here when he gets in, just pull it back. McMillan does a phenomenally good run. He actually doesn't run into the goal. He pulls it, he bends his run out, just play it to him. Not much pace on it, just pull it back, and McMillan will finish that there. So that was kind of McElhenney coming on the park. Actually, he created the whole thing here. Just pull it back. Mowney decided to have a strike, but they're going to create chances against this BATE side. Yeah. They are susceptible to creating a chance in the back four will drop off. So Stephen Kenny will be delighted.
And of course, having scored so close to half-time in the 43rd minute, the belief in that Dundalk dressing room now at Tallaght Stadium will be evident for everyone to see. Let's hope we see more of that in the second half. They're a goal to 0 up, Dundalk at half-time. Win the second half 1-0, and they're through to the playoff round of the UEFA Champions League. Welcome back to Tallaght Stadium. Dundalk, a goal to the good at half-time against BATE Borisov. Changes in the offing for the Belarusian visitors. Let's get you back upstairs to Owen Heary and Des Curran.
Yeah, not a bad change either for BATE Borisov to make. Alexander Yarmakovic saw enough in that first half to suggest that he wants the experience of a Champions League finalist for this second half. Alexander Hleb has come on to replace Alexander Karnitsky. Hleb, who is in his fourth spell with the club now, has just recently returned to them. Has played about an hour's football to this point, including half an hour in that first leg a week ago against Dundalk. Certainly a player who can bring not just that experience but the guile as well, and I'm sure Rodionov will be, for one, happy to have him around him. Will BATE be stung by the concession of that goal so late in the first half? David McMillan's brilliant header, tying things up on aggregate. BATE looking to get on the front foot straight away here. Shields back covering. Almost as a second right back there. Spotted the danger, dealt with it.
Yeah, good position there by Shields. You know, there's one player you don't want to get on the ball, is Kleb, so he needs to be tightly marked.
Gets his first touch, back to Pick. Kleb again, 35 years of age now. Stazovic. Shavnechik about to be pushed back by Horgan. This is picked up by O'Donnell. He's looking for a ball out here, goes to Andy Boyle. It's a no-nonsense defending, clears it, lands it on the head of Kendish. O'Donnell given time to take it down. Here's McElhenney. Spots the room on the right-hand side for Gannon. That won't be there for long though, as Stazovic was closing quickly. Mountney. And then it's Shields asking McMillan, the goal scorer, to get across here, and he did, up and over Polyakov, the man he beat for the header for the goal. And even if it ends up at nothing, it just reminds Polyakov that he's there all the time. Arthur Pick. Yuri Kendish to show his passing range. It's a fabulous ball. Shavnechik forward from right back, looking for a good cross here. Over the head of Rodionov, helped on its way by Gannon.
That's a good crossfield ball. It'll be interesting to see now if BATE can up that game and take the game at the Dundalk, but the Dundalk just need to keep being patient, being solid.
And they've come out very positive here, the Belarusian champions, chasing a remarkable 11th Belarusian title in a row this year. McElhenney brings it forward. Kendish sliding in, had to make sure he got that one right when he went to ground.
Good play by McElhenney. He relieves the pressure from the back. Takes the ball on, willing to take on players.
Very confident on the ball here is Gannon. Mountney. Stazovic back defending. Defending quite well. Played out to Ivanic. Dubra. And now Kendish. On the night they might be, but BATE know if they can get an away goal, it puts them very much back in the driving seat. The arrival of Hleb for this second half suggests that's what they're going for now.
And that's what Dundalk need to be careful of.
Lovely touch inside from Pick. Here's Rodionov, who hasn't had a sight of goal yet. And Boyle ensuring he doesn't have one there. And again, like a foul throw by Stazovic this time. Hleb, Mountney stands his ground, asks him to make his move. See with Hleb, socks low as he's been his style all these years. McMillan, just an awkward one for Shields.
Yeah, just the bounce up as he went to play the pass. But as you say, this is the one goal. Like if BATE get the one goal, you know, it means Dundalk now need another 2 goals. So it's important that they keep their shape, keep being disciplined, and another chance will come for them. And when it comes, you know, they'll take it.
That's a real tempter for Kendish. The ball hanging there over the head of Chris Shields. He was always going to go for it. Worked down the line by Massey. McMillan onside. Dubra goes with him. Well, when you play with one striker up top, it's got to be a striker that works. And David McMillan certainly does that. Morgan. Just a loose touch. Not a great touch from him either. Tidied up by O'Donnell. So Martin O'Neill there. Gary Rogers, who was of course part of Martin O'Neill's squad. Not too distant past. Hoisted forward by Dubra. Gannon underneath.
The rain is starting to come down now a bit as well, so pitch will be nice and lively.
I'm sure Dundalk would have expected a positive BATE at the start of the second half. Rodionov runs the channel this time. A little ball inside for Rios, who got forward quickly ahead of him. Had to settle for the throw-in. Ivanic. Rodionov. To squeeze it beyond Masu. O'Donnell, who's got that strapping on the first half injury that he picked up. Ball by Ivanic.
Crowd helped getting that free kick for sure.
I have to say as well, the crowd has been fantastic tonight. Thousands who've come down from Dundalk and the rest who've come from, well, who knows where. Lots of support over the last 2 weeks for Dundalk. Their efforts to make history, qualify for the group stages of the Champions League. On from Rios. Here's Rodionov. A good tussle that with Andy Boyle. Rodionov, 46 international caps, 10 international goals. Boyle has kept tabs on him well in tandem with Barrett tonight. Here's Stasovic. That's well off target.
From the throw in, one or two little passes, gets him into an area to get a shot off. But again, Dundalk push him away from goal. No harm shooting out that far.
Remember how the second leg ended. There's some controversy and some ill feeling at Oriel Park when the full-time whistle went last season. Maybe a little bit of a spillover from that when we saw what happened in the first leg. News reports coming through that BATE were being a little bit unkind in terms of the period that Dundalk were allowed to train on the pitch. A little bit of needle between the clubs.
Yeah, I think a lot of European clubs do that, you know. There's a lot of money at stake, you know, and they do anything, whatever it takes to win the game, and we're probably too generous at times.
That will skip away off the slick surface now as it is. Gary Rogers with a goal kick to come. For Stephen Kenny, who has guided so many clubs through European campaigns. We all remember the run he had with Derry City. And they were eventually knocked out of the UEFA Cup by Paris Saint-Germain, having knocked out Gothenburg and Gretna on that remarkable night at Fir Park, wasn't it? Motherwell's ground.
Yeah, he seems to get his tactics right, and he's done so again tonight up to this stage. So, you know, let's hope the Dundalk can finish it off and win the game and get through, and another great successful night for Stephen.
It's a brilliant challenge for a manager to put his wits in Europe. Kendish late on Shields. I think the crowd just getting onto the referee again. There's been a couple from Kendish on Shields in this second half already. Tried to get there, just got there late.
I think that's what we need to do now, is get the crowd really shouting for everything, every little bit. You know, try to get in the referee's ear.
Morgan, grateful that O'Donnell was there. He's been bundled over by Rodionov. And maybe there was a chance to play the advantage. Referee, in fairness, has acknowledged that to David McMillan. To the feet of Shields, look for the little touch and the link up with McMillan. And now Hleb, Rodionov to check his run to stay on side. Rios in off the right hand side. A little bit of room here for Ivanic now. Rodionov, no way through there, breaks for Javnerchik. Puts it over towards this near side. Barrett Seder has fallen for Rios! Well, that is a let off for Dundalk. Rios, who came close with a Very well struck effort in the first half, maybe came even closer there.
Cleared us straight back into the danger zone rather than heading her up and away. Good effort, good strike, but thankfully the wrong side of the post for us.
No doubt about it, on the crowd have their part to play tonight as well.
Without a doubt, and you can hear them there, great voice. You need to keep that up now for the rest of the game, you know, really get behind these players. Drives them on and gives them that extra 10%.
McMillan doing the hard work again, looking for any mistake that might come from Dubrow or Polyakov. Just watching Kendish off the ball again, he's always on the move looking for it. McElhenney closest to him from a Dundalk point of view. Good pressure from Mountain, and it's Webb who's knocked it needlessly out of play. Mistakes being seized on by the crowd now. Throwing field for Horgan, nicks it away from Pleb. Shields, Gannon available on this right hand side. I don't think he'll get to that though. It's the right pass, it was certainly on.
Yeah, we're starting to see both fullbacks now off the Dundalk starting to get further forward, which is a plus, you know, that they're getting down the line trying to get balls into the box.
That's a free kick here. Pleb spinning away from Shields. Alexander Kleb, who started the 2006 Champions League final for Arsenal against Barcelona. Final where Jens Lehmann was sent off inside 20 minutes. Best days were certainly at Arsenal for Alexander Kleb, has admitted publicly that he made a big mistake when he headed off to Barcelona.
Mistake on to Barcelona. Don't mind that mistake myself.
There's Stazovic between the lines. It's closer than his last effort, but they won't want to cough up Dundalk too many opportunities. Very good right foot. Dundalk bench. Still a couple of options there. We see Robbie Benson just in behind in the red bib there. Kieran Kilduff would be another possibility too, sitting next to Benson. There's the unfortunate Ronan Finn, who went off injured in the first half. And Darren Meenan, good pacey option out wide as well.
Yeah, he's another good option. Meenan, Kilduff, two good options to have on the bench to come on, and again, they're game changers as well.
And Darren Meenan has just lost out to this man, John Mountney. It's been a couple of seasons where the manager has chopped and changed between those two. It's been the most changed position perhaps in what is normally a very settled Dundalk side. Here's Mountney, holds it up well. McElhenney straight into Ivanic. Stazovic, the long right leg of Chris Shields there, good effect for Dundalk, and that's not a bad ball, and he's going to force Polyakov to knock it out of play.
Dundalk is starting to play their own game now, starting to go on the front foot, pass the ball well, you know, getting fullbacks forward, getting McElhenney on the ball. A lot of positives.
Amazing, but he's been very calm over there tonight, Stephen Kenny. Little touch from McElhenney. Here's Gannon. McElhenney goes again, spots a gap and drives through it into the penalty area. Great run by Paddy McElhenney. Can he find the cross he's looking for? Horgan and McMillan went near post. Supporter arriving now! David McMillan again! Dundalk in dreamland here!
Exactly what we were talking about. Get McElhenney on the ball, does the trickery, stands one up, Massey comes in the back stick, good ball in. Another fantastic header by McMillan. What a goal.
Well, BATE made the change at half-time, introducing Alex Leb to look for the away goal. But they've conceded a second here, and Dundalk in the driving seat now. Great reactions from McMillan. It was thrashed in from the left-hand side. He just had to make sure he got the right touch on it.
Again, you look, both fullbacks right up the far end of the pitch. You know, throw in on one side, massive crosses in the opposite side. McMillan again with a vital header. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
He's having the season of his life, David McMillan. 17 goals, 5 in the Champions League qualifiers. He's had 2 chances tonight. He's scored 2 goals.
And you know, it's been no more than they deserve. You know, they've upped their game the second half. It's starting to put them under a lot of pressure.
And now look around, some words being exchanged between some of the BATE players. They're in a real fight here. Champions League group stages 5 times, twice into the knockout rounds of the Europa League. BATE. Unthinkable for them to go out here, but the unthinkable might just happen. The only thing on their side is there's a good half hour left here. But it's Dundalk, who are very much on the front foot, and McMillan goes again. Taking on Kendish. Wants a corner, given as a goal kick.
He's been very good since he came on. I mean, he's helped set up 2 goals basically. That one there, driving into the box, taking players on, left foot, right foot, twisting and turning them. You know, stands one up to the back stick.
Well, the prize on offer is massive for Dundalk. Minutes away. A place in the playoff run. Gary Rogers didn't take a breath around the stadium as he took an initial step forward. Recovered well. This could rapidly become the Dundalk fans' favourite away ground, I think. Title won here last season. And this could be a night of nights. Here's Stasovic. Morgan, strong in the challenge. Good ball to pick up McMillan. Here's McMillan. Looking to him time and again now. O'Donnell, beautiful pirouette. That's for McMillan, who hunts down Dubra here. Calm, decent defending. Polyakov. Kleb. And then stretching but not getting there. O'Donnell stretching, he didn't get there either. And crucially, Massey tucked inside. It's a problem for Stephen O'Donnell here, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Morgan skipping away into open space. His left shaft near chick behind. McMillan wants a ball, McMillan wants a ball. He's on a hat-trick, one comes through Tyndall. Telling touch that from Polyakov. O'Donnell is back on his feet, ball in the possession of Chris Shields. Mountney couldn't hold it, dispossessed by Pick.
It's a good breakaway there again by Dundalk, and they'll get these chances now. The more BATE commit players.
Superb for McMillan again. Mountney caught late by Pick. Referee suggests Dundalk play on, you've got the ball, it's with Boyle. Inside by Massey. This breaks for Rodionov. Only he's on for the moment. Barrett steps across and deals with him unceremoniously.
It's good defending there. Gets his body in the way, player and ball, pushes him aside.
Looking across, it looks like another change might be on the way for BATE. I'd imagine it's Gordiachuk. Can't quite see from here. Ball in from Shabnierchik. Hammered away by Boyle. Polyakov spots a chance to get forward. Too much weight on that though. So now it's time for the leading scorer to come on. It is the left back, Arthur Pick, to make way. Mikhail Gordiachuk, 12 goals this season, including the match winner a week ago, but how long ago must a week ago feel now for these BATE players? So a little bit of a reshuffle. A lot of attacking players on the pitch now. Stazovic and Kleb and Ivanic, Gordiachuk and Rodionov. Maybe Dundalk will feel if they can get it right, pick their passes forward, there'll be further opportunities for them to come in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, look to counter-attack now. The more players BATE throw forward, the more the space there will be for Dundalk, and they have a lot of counter-attacking players.
Shabnarczyk has just come across through that left back, and Rios, as he did last week, has dropped from right wing to right back now. Shabnarczyk, very much right-footed. So comes on the inside. Here is Rios getting forward. 4 in the penalty area, and it's Gordiachuk. Now volleyed away by Shields. Lands with McMillan, and that is superb centre-forward play from David McMillan.
Yeah, much better, you know, holds it up well, draws in the foul. As soon as he feels the touch, down he goes and gets the free kick. Great play by McMillan there.
It's those thankless things that he'll feel he gets his reward when he scores his 2 goals tonight. May not last the full 90, there is Kieran Kilduff to come on, if that is the case, but that's a great pick out for Horgan and a great take from Horgan, and here's McElhenney. Little shuffle, sends the defender away, Mountney. McElhenney takes over again. He has sparkled since he's come on. O'Donnell, pressure about to come either side from Ivanic and Rodionov, but Dundalk keep their composure. Then McElhenney has given it away. Rodionov, and an excellent piece of defending by Boyle again. Slaloming his way through, and he's got it back again. Alexander Kleb just shoved the shot. Didn't catch it cleanly, but that's what he's looking for, those little link-ups right on the edge of the area.
Just looking for a little touch to the side. Little 1-2, giving goals in around the box. Thankfully, he drags a shot wide. But Dundalk, as I said, been a far better team now in the second half, and they're playing it like they play League of Ireland games. You know, they're on the front foot, they're committing players forward. Fullbacks are getting right up high as well, so, you know, all credit to them, they definitely deserve to be winning.
Millen gets a touch ahead of Dubra. Stasovic. Polyakov across to Shabnarczyk. It's all on BATE now. They have to score. Header away by Massey. By Horgan, McMillan between defenders will chase here. Away by Polyakov, but arriving on the scene is O'Donnell to his right, Mountney. Steps inside cleverly. Away from Stasovic, but Stasovic has it now. The opportunity gone for Dundalk. Now Mountney's going to have to work his way back as Stasovic brings it into the Dundalk half. Rodionov, superbly timed challenge from Barrett. Good play there by Paddy Barrett. Read the situation, gets in front of him. Huge quarter ahead now for Boyle and Barrett at the heart of that Dundalk defence. The pressure's got to come, you feel, from BATE. As I said, they've thrown these attacking players on. Mountney, seemed to be caught, advantage allowed. McMillan. Dundalk would have accepted the free kick in the circumstances. Glencoe. I'm sure he can feel the heat right now. Here's the second McMillan goal.
He twists and turns players there, and you can see just stands up to the back foot. Dane Massey coming up the far side, puts the ball back into a danger area. McMillan there to do the rest.
This header that from Ivanic, who's not been a factor tonight, but he closes down McElhenney. Barrett has to be careful here. Takes the wisest course of action. Should be a Dundalk throw-in as well, I think. Seemed to take a nick, but no. Given BATE's way. Paddy Barrett is making just his 9th start of the season here. And there's been a rock at the back alongside Andy Boyle. And there is Kendish getting away with it again. He is. He's got to be close to that yellow card now, I think. Really on the totting up process. Coben on Twitter tonight. He's a Dundalk striker, former Dundalk striker at Mansfield at the moment. And everyone past and present involved with Dundalk Football Club, knowing how big a 20 minutes or so this is now. And coming from where they have done to win back-to-back league titles, to win an FAI Cup as well. And Stephen Kenny said when we spoke to him a few months back that progressing in Europe is big and important this season, and a chance for McMillan to bend one. Just look to place it, might get another opportunity here. He's fizzed over.
Yeah, that one he just didn't connect it right. You can see where he's looking to put it, top corner, right in the keeper. And he has the quality to do that, that's the good thing about him.
I think the way this second half has gone, one more for Dundalk here, and you can't see a way back for BATE. McMillan waiting for Mounty's arrival. Needs a pinpoint cross here. Attempting for him to go off his line, and he handled it well. Stazovic, beautiful control. Incisive, swift challenge though from Gannon.
Yeah, it's very good from Gannon there. Getting tight to him, not allowing him to turn, not allowing him to go inside. Turning a good challenge.
Dundalk have learned lessons, not just from last week on, but from last year as well. That second leg when they really struggled to get a foothold in the game as BATE shut them down at Oriel Park.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, so far they've got the tactics right. They've defensively been very strong. They haven't gone from it from the off, and they got their opportunities. And like we said at the start, when they come along, you take them, and McMillan has took two of them extremely well.
Shabnerchik. Shields gambles, and Ivanic has picked his pocket here. Rodionov wiggling his way forward. Up to defenders between him and goal, though. Got his shot through. Good positioning and good hands from Gary Rogers. That could have taken a nick, could have been awkward.
There's a lot of bodies around him, stopping him to get the first shot off. You know, cutting the angle down, send him out wide. You'd expect Gary Rogers to take it from there.
Shabnerchik. There is Stazovic. Has certainly not been as influential as he was last week. Caused lots of problems for Sean Gannon and McElhenney when he started on that right-hand side.
Yeah, I don't think he's been allowed, to be honest with you. You know, I think the two boys have done very well. They've closed him down, not allowed him to have time with the ball, or even pick the space out.
Stevie O'Donnell almost picked it away from Polyakov. Dubra, 7 senior internationals in this BATE Borisov starting 11. Pleb coming on to add another, and Gordiachuk as well. Chock full of senior players from around maybe 3-4 different nations. This Dundalk side, no doubt have been the better tonight. And again, it must be a foul throw, but not given. Here is Pleb. Looks to set one up, and it's a chance here, deflected, and Rogers behind it. Here's Gordiachuk, the danger man, the man who scored out most of the goals for BATE this season. And on a slick surface, these are dangerous moments.
I think Gary was happy with that, just bounced straight up towards his midriff. I think it's a deflection, and he's gone one way, done well.
Came off Andy Boyle. Minutes since David McMillan scored his second goal. Couple of saves for Gary Rogers to make. Good interception from Gannon, and he's thought immediately, can I drive forward into space? Fancy's taking on lead here. Nicks it away and he's got beyond him. Only McMillan in the middle.
It's good play there by Gannon. Now we've seen who he's up against. Kleb, knock her by him, take a run, and gets a throw in down the far end.
10 years he's junior. I think you're right, he saw who it was and thought, I'll have the legs on him here. He steps off to receive, and it was from this position that he created that second goal, and he's causing problems again. Mountney in the penalty area, 2 men at the back post, and it's McMillan. Can he finish? Scrambled away by, who was it back there? It was Kendish.
I think that would have sealed it there and then.
Great chance, just couldn't find the purchase he was looking for. Rodionov, superb from Barrett again, taken in by McMillan. Horgan, McMillan runs again. Just off camera, Sean Gannon seems to be struggling with an injury at the moment. Morgan, lovely football with Massey. No one in the penalty area. Massey will hold on. Try to win something here, maybe fashion a corner. Doesn't quite manage to do so.
Seen him shoot with his right foot, seen him there with his left foot. And then off on the throw-ins, he keeps getting it, driving inside and down on people, and he's causing havoc from it.
Well, let's hope it's not one they needed. On the full-time whistle. Gordichuk. Stasovic. The BATE side that faced Barcelona, Roma, Bayer Leverkusen in the group stages last season. Such a prove Dundalk and Tallaght Stadium. That's their undoing in the qualifying rounds here. Stasovic. There may be something here, Ivanic, and that was clever from Massey. Just made sure the return ball, if it came through, Ivanic wouldn't be able to get there. Blocked off his run.
Yeah, they seem to be doing that a lot. One touch around the box, touch inside, centre forward lays it off again.
Robbie Benson looking across, looks to be the next change for Stephen Kenny. And we think it's going to be for the goal-scoring hero of the night, David McMillan, who will go off to a hero's ovation, and rightly so here. What a night for David McMillan again.
He was absolutely brilliant. His hold-up play was exceptional. Walked hard across the back four, and then gets his reward with two good, well-taken goals. Great reaction on this one. Going away from goal, managed to turn the neck and heads it into past the keeper. Great reaction, and well deserved. Round of applause from going off.
Patrick McElhenney just pushing further forward now. Here is Benson straight into it. Benson, who experienced European football last season with UCD, and if you remember that away game against Slovan Bratislava, he was outstanding in that.
Well, to me now it looks like that, McElhenney will go up top. Again, he holds it up well and he look to take on people. Some Benson will come in and fill in midfield, and they've more three natural midfielders.
Stasovic eases away from Gannon. Here's Kendish. Driving forward, looks left-hand side, poor ball picked up by Mountney. O'Donnell. Is it there for McElhenney? Gannon. Percentage ball. Stephen O'Donnell just asking John Mountney why he wasn't on the move there. I think there's a lot of tired legs out there at the moment, and it's not just physical energy, but you're concentrating at this level. It's everything that gets tired and tested. Dundalk of 5 forward here. It's Mountney. Fancies it. Great drive as well. Varenko happy to just get his hands behind that. Now BATE look to counter. Ivanic. Greatest of balls, but Rodionov will make something of it. Drilled it at Rob, and really nothing he could do with that.
say, there'll be a lot of tired bodies out there, but you know, mentally you have to stay strong. You have to keep concentrating on what they're doing, keep doing the basics right. This is a great strike by Mountney. You know, takes it out of his feet, moves a bit, the keeper right behind him does well, just pushes it away.
Dundalk are going to see this through. Maybe fitting we're going to finish in real Irish summer conditions here. Driving rain now at Tallaght Stadium.
Yeah, these are the conditions we like.
Maybe everyone out there bar Gary Rogers and the Dundalk defenders at the moment. Here's Benson. McElhenney inside him, Morgan on the left-hand side. McElhenney takes over. Mountney on the right-hand side. Sensible play. Benson in the area, McElhenney and Horgan as well. Cross comes in, Benson! Got up and over, Dubra. Just couldn't keep his header down.
Great ball in by Mountney. A lot of time to pick people out, but good delivery. You know, Benson gets up well, he's unlucky. You know, they're looking for that 2 goals to kill the game altogether.
And here we go, it's a defender in Shavnerchik being taken off. The final change is the 6'3" centre forward Nikolai Signovic coming on. Hardly featured this season, but he's in there already, unsettling Paddy Barrett. Good reactions from Massey.
I mean, that's a blatant free kick. You know, he just goes and looks at the player, doesn't even challenge for the ball.
It's essentially a 5-man front line for BATE here. Chris Shields is to help out Boyle and Barrett. And this might break for Signovic. Good reactions from Gary Rogers, and in the teaming way, more important, he's held on to it.
Yeah. Gary got out quickly, smothered the ball. Just needs to push his back forward up now. Get him out of there.
We see BATE going with the long ball now for Signovic. Almost 82 minutes played. A brace of David McMillan goals. Here's Dundalk heading for the playoff round, but it's still so finely balanced. And of course, the later it goes, where BATE 2 score. Dundalk not too much time to respond. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Kleb. Gordiachuk gets it back again. Outstanding challenge that from Stephen O'Donnell. Looked like Gordiachuk was skipping away.
Great tackle by Stephen, and the composure then as well when he's on the ground, gets up, makes a good pass out to Gannon.
Oh, and there's a mental strength needed now, isn't there, with BATE pushing so many forward, not to just drop everyone back from it.
Yeah, they need to be strong. You know, they need to keep the midfield high enough up to make sure that you don't allow the defenders as well come so far with the ball to put the ball into your box under pressure. Dubra.
That's a break for Ivanic. Numbers flowing forward. It's Alexander Kleb. Again, Dundalk had someone in the way. It was Benson, perhaps it was that time. Here is McElhenney. Just that ball to release O'Donnell.
That was a good hold of play. Said he gets it into him, sees Stevie make it run, tries to play down the throw out, but rush it again from Dundalk. It's just, you know, things like this, kill the throw in, waste time, do as much of it possible.
Dundalk supporters feeling the rain here. Everyone on their feet trying to inspire this side. Huge result. Stephen Kenny said it would be the biggest of any Irish side in Europe were they to turn this around and knock BATE Borisov out. They are closing in it. McElhenney in the penalty area. It caused problems for Kendish. Corner.
Again, he's been excellent, as I said, when he come on. You know, he can go left, he can go right. He stands players up, just drags it past them.
He's been a huge influence since coming on. He'd have been desperately disappointed, no doubt, not to make the starting 11 tonight, to be one of those two. Those He's dropped out of it along with Robbie Benson. What an impact he's made since coming on for the luckless Ronan Finn in the first half. Here's the corner for Enco. Was positive, came to attack it, and O'Donnell's lost that. Rodionov goes side. And Shields, that's important, and he draws at Gary Rogers then to take control of this.
Yeah, vital interception. You know, I don't think Dundalk need to commit so many men into the box for corners, you know.
Rogers looks out towards that left-hand side. Morgan wins the head. Dubra, uncertain touch from Ken. Forward, strong work by Dubra. Chuk works it inside and gets it back again. That's a great challenge from Mountney. Sean Gannon asking the crowd for even more here.
Little battles like that, that's what you need to win games. You know, great challenge by Mountney there, and gets them on the front foot again, and that's what you want. You want your players digging in last 5-10 minutes of the game.
A lot of talk about tactics, formations, setups, transitional play, all these phrases we talk about when we come to European games, but you can't beat a little bit of heart as well, and Dundalk have shown it in spades here.
Yeah, you need that to win games. You know, you need your players working hard, and as you said, a bit of heart. Dundalk have had that tonight in spades, and you just need to keep going at it.
Still not over the line. Maybe still a worrying moment or two to come. Stazovic takes it, he's beyond Massey. He's overcooked the cross.
Settle for that.
Signovic behind the goal as we look at the replay of that playing ball void for Gary Rogers. And these final few minutes will seem like hours, I'm sure, for everyone connected with Dundalk. The likes of Stephen Kenny and Vinnie Barrett and Steve Williams, Graham Byrne, the strength and conditioning coach, who's turned this Dundalk side into one of the fittest we've seen.
Yeah, and you're looking, Steve Williams has been there a long time as well. You know, he's played in big European games.
Ahead of Rodionov. Rogers will have to get there pretty quickly, and Rodionov has sparked straight into the back of Andy Boyle, and then what is he at here? And now he's going head-to-head with Massey, who best course of action from the Dundalk's players' point of view, just walk away from this. Yeah, Rodionov, it's a dangerous one, isn't it? It's a push in the back, but he's sent Andy Boyle careering into Gary Rogers.
Yeah, Dundalk don't need to get involved in this. They're getting frustrated. Leave them at it. You know, let them get the yellow card. Just move away and kill the game.
I think Stevie O'Donnell is trying to restore some order, the Dundalk captain. Just another sign. They've been rattled tonight, BATE, and they haven't had the answer for 88 minutes here. That's our first yellow card of the evening, goes to the BATE skipper.
Yeah, I think the referee has done extremely well, probably apart from the foul throws. But overall, he's had a good game. You know, he's been in control of everything, been on top of everything. So, you know, and then again, he booked 2 players, so it's not an issue.
Let's see why Andy Boyle has stayed down. It's the knees of Gary Rogers straight into his back. Those are moments that can cause bad injuries. It's a naughty one from Rodionov at best. It's frustration, but he sees it defending off his route to the ball as he saw it.
Yeah, but that's Andy Boyle's job, you know. Get in the way of him, don't let him come through on Gary Rogers. And he's done it there perfectly. Unfortunately, he got a back, you know, bang for the, but he'll be alright.
And the positive, I guess, is it's just killed any momentum that BATE were trying to get going. The negative is that it adds to injury time. And if there are any nerves there, Stephen Kenny isn't betraying them. In the air from Kendish. Shields there ahead of Signovic. Ivanic
Here we go.
A mistake and a chance to see that it's Robbie Benson to send Dundalk through. What a finish! What a night for Dundalk! BATE are beaten, and it is a night of nights for the main Memorial Park.
Absolutely brilliant. No more than they deserved. Capitalise on the mistake, go in and punish them. Game over now.
3-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, you see, capitalise on the mistake, but you've a lot of time to think about it. Great finish, composed finish for Robbie Benson.
And with respect to his Dundalk career opening brace of goals and a 7-0 win at Finn Harps, his third goal for Dundalk, I think will be remembered forever.
Yeah, what a crucial goal that is. You know, when it starts from they getting frustrated up there, giving away free kick, and then Dundalk go down the other end and score. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And in the excitement, I've not seen exactly how many minutes are to be added on here, but I don't fancy it will be enough for BATE here. Cross swung in, volleyed away. Well controlled volley by Sean Gannon as well. 4 minutes, we understand, at least to be added on, and Darrell Horgan might have the pace here. Last-ditch recovery challenge, but here comes Benson, spots the keeper off his line. Well, that would have been the cherry on top for Robbie Benson.
Definitely playing with great confidence now. They know they have the game here, so defenders just keep doing their job.
Foul by Paddy Barrett. BATE must score here to set up a grandstand finish. Darrell Horgan will make way for the closing minutes. He had his big moment in the first half with the assist for the McMillan breakthrough goal. The left winger, who's positioned himself quite cleverly, you'd have to suggest, on the right wing as he's been substituted here.
Yeah, and that comes with experience. You know, he's obviously learned from the first game, the last year's games. But look at the crowd here, it's unbelievable. Great atmosphere, added to the occasion tonight. Fantastic win from Dundalk.
Straight away, Kieran Kilduff will add a physical presence to this free kick that they've got to defend if they can get this right. Rounding them over the line, Stasovic to bend it in, and Dundalk to defend it manfully. It was Barrett in there along with Gannon again. 90 seconds won't be enough for BATE Borisov, 5-time Champions League group stage participants in the last 8 seasons, but they have met their match tonight in Dundalk, the Irish champions.
Like I said to you at the start, Des, when I seen them warming up, it looked to me that they were coming here just for the occasion, thought they were going to stroll it. You look at Dundalk's warm-up, they were intense, they were ready for a game, and it's proven that way. You know, one team coming lacklustre and the other team coming with reports. You know, and all credit to Dundalk, they definitely deserve this win tonight.
Final minute on a momentous night for Dundalk and for Irish football. Absolutely no arguments at all now that the better side is going through here.
Definitely not, definitely not. And they can have no complaints either, you know. By far Dundalk better side tonight. 3 goals proves that as well. You know, I don't think Gary Rogers had many saves to make either. I think he made 2 straight at him.
Stasovic, all the outfield players ahead of him here. Clips it out towards that far side. Signovic, who's gone down. Chance might still be there. Gary Rogers makes the save, but a free out given anyway. And not just to win this game tonight and to beat BATE Borisov, but to beat them on a 3-0 score, and a clean sheet in a European game is always a feather in the cap. Well, you have to say as well, this game not just won tonight, but the fact that last week they were outplayed for so much of that game, yet came away in touch, just 1 goal down.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You know, we said last week they had a chance. You know, and they booked their game tonight, stuck to that task, they defended well, and then when the chances came along, definitely took them, you know, extremely well. McMillan with the 2, and that man there deserves a lot of credit for it.
Spoke to Stephen Kenny this morning. He didn't view this as a challenge, he viewed it as an opportunity for Dundalk to show exactly where they are these days. This was never about revenge against BATE Borisov after what happened last year. This was always about progression, and Dundalk have managed it, and done it in some style as well. Where they want to be here.
Yes, it certainly is, and this league has given us some great nights, many great nights down the years, but I'm not sure, Damien Lynch, if I've ever seen anything like this. I mean, that second half performance tonight, BATE battered by the Lily Whites.
Non siamo al suolo delle rete per i corsi del dopo 3 tecnici.